so maybe
Tonight we gather to enjoy and celebrate the Creators Game. Before the open face-off, the Wolves Lacrosse Association and the Wolves Junior A team will honor the Creators Game by presenting the acknowledgement of Mi'kmaq territory and the Mi'kmaq honor song. Please, you are able, rise and take off your non-traditional headgear and direct your attention to the flags at the entrance of the arena for the presentation of the acknowledgement and the honor song.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Prior to the singing of our national anthem, the ECWJLL would like to acknowledge that the land on which we gather is the ancestral and unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. Acknowledging that we are in Mi'kmaq, the traditional ancestral territory of the Mi'kmaq people, is a way of showing respect for and honoring our shared history and shared treaty relationship. Our relationship based on peace and friendship. It is very important that we continue to recognize our shared history.
Please, you're able to remain standing for the presentation of OCAM.
And welcome everybody back to the Den as we get set for Game 3 of the ECWJLL Junior Female League Finals. Coming to you from the Den in lovely Lower Sackville, Nova Scotia. As we get set for today's match. Last time on Maritime Athletic Profiles, it was a best of 5. Now, effectively, it's a best of 3 after Eastern Shore tied up the series at 1 on Friday night. And here we are in this 1-1 game. The winner of tonight's game will be looking forward to Wednesday to finish it. But whoever loses this game will be looking forward because it'll be Wednesday night in Muscatawbet. Guaranteed. Here we go. Hovey pops out right off the bat. Hamilton coming in. Hamilton fakes. Hamilton with the shot. And saved by Heaslip. Battle for the ball. Picked up. Now Eastern Shore hustling back out. Ball pop free. As Hovey back up with the ball. And the Wolves go back on the attack. Rosson rolls away from a check. Passes across. But that just goes in behind. As Harker able to keep it on. But better watch out for Duck as she's looking for that loose ball. Coffin comes up with it. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Coffin driving towards the net. Coffin looking to get in. Puts the shot in on net. And stick save by Heaslip. Heaslip up with the ball. That time expired inside the net. As Coffin will go start off from the corner. The Wolves get a fresh 30 on the clock. Coffin rolls out. She's on the wrong shooting side. And she'll pass that one off to Hamilton. Coffin sets the pick. Looking for a cross up to Dietrich. Dietrich can't get the handle on it. Dietrich turns, fires. That's up over the crossbar. Hailstone coming in to pick it up. So Coffin and Rosson combine to keep the ball in. Coffin comes up with it. Coffin rolls out. Coffin coming in front of the net. Coffin holds up. Fresh legs coming on for the Wolves. As Coffin once again driving towards the net. Flips a pass over. Mullen takes it off the boards. Mullen rolls off a check. As Dietrich took one high. Mullen with the shot. Another save by Heaslip. Rosson picks that up in the crease. That shot goes wide. As James back up with it. Fresh legs coming on again for the Wolves as James holds up. Gets it up to Wilkie. To Dietrich with the shot. That just goes wide. Ball bounces up and out of play, and that'll be Fay will start off. Eastern Shore looking to come out of their zone. Quick up to Collins. Collins has to find the handle on that as McRae lays some lumber, but Collins hustling in. Collins driving towards the net. Back check from McRae. Strips the ball. As McRae back up with it. McRae coming in as Hayward. Hayward driving in against Winston. Hayward rolls off to the wrong hand and holds up. Off to Hamilton. Hamilton puts the shot in. Heaslip makes the save. Ball squeaks out the other side. Candace Haas up with the ball. Puts the shot in on net. Again, Duck looking for that loose ball as they battle to the boards. Hovey knocks that one down. Hovey passes to Hamilton. Hamilton comes across, puts the shot in. Heaslip holding her ground in the net. And we're 0-0. Up with the ball is Duck. Now Duck rushes down over half. Duck holds up. Getting the offense on. Cross for Collins. Collins. And we got a penalty coming to the Wolves. As Collins. Pass across for London. London. Now driving towards the net. London. Pushed to the outside by Haas. London all the way around behind the net. Looking back up front, but that goes over Smith's head and down the floor. Now on the back over, we'll get the whistle and we'll see what the call is. And I'm thinking it was a bench minor. No, slashing was the call. And you don't usually see Harker going into the box for slashing, but that's the call. 2 minutes for slashing at 16:46 remaining in the first period. 0-0 is the score. Eastern Shore and St. Hilaire starts them off on the power play. Smith down low to McMillan. Smith up top to St. Hilaire. Cross for Collins. Collins down low to London. London back up to Collins. Collins in motion. Cross to Smith. Smith looking to London. London tries to slip a low shot in. That goes wide. McMillan comes back up with it. McMillan coming in. 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Gets the shot in on net. Martin steers that away. Battle for the loose ball. And out with it come the Wolves. Pass across for James. James back up top for Wilkie. Wilkie. Wizen. Pressure in her. Duck as well. Short-handed, Wilkie doing a great job killing time. Minute left in the Wolf penalty. He passes it across for Coffin. Coffin coming in on net. Coffin shot. Gets the reset as Poirier comes up with the ball. And back on the attack goes Collins and Eastern Shore. 45 seconds left in the Wolf penalty. Back up top to Smith. That's pass knocked down by Hayward. Back across for Collins. Collins puts the shot in. Whoa, that was off the post and out. As Collins using the screen all the way down. 25 seconds left in the Wolf penalty. As Duck brings the ball back into Wolves territory. It looks like we got a penalty coming here to Eastern Shore. And you got 2 minutes for a bench minor. Too many men, looks like. So 16 seconds remaining in the Wolves penalty. We'll be 4-on-4 for 16 seconds. 15 minutes remain in the first period. Score remains 0-0. It's Hamilton to Hovey. Hovey rolls back up top. Hovey challenged by Poirier. They battle for that loose ball. It rolls up in front. Dietrich with the quick shot. That's a save there. As Heaslip able to hold on. Breakers up with the ball. Wolves on the power play as Dietrich tries to pop that away from Duck. Duck holds up. Duck looking to kill time on this penalty as St. Hilaire rolls off a check. St. Hilaire rolling, kept to the outside, looking to find Collins. That goes in behind her. And McRae will get the rebound off the boards. McRae coming back down the floor. Minute 15 left in the power play. She passes up to Wilkie. Wilkie to Hamilton. Hamilton has a look as the rest of the party comes on. Wolves set up power play formation to Wilkie. Wilkie down low for Dietrich. Dietrich back up to Wilkie. Wilkie up top to Hamilton. Now in motion. Wilkie looking in front for Hovey. Quick shot. And we got a difference of opinion. And the refs are going to, one ref said no, the other one said yes. And they're covering their mouths so we can't read lips. But looks like it's going to be a goal for the Wolves on the power play. As we're sent back to center, I believe that was Hovey with the goal. As we see on the replay here. Yeah. Was that over the line? It doesn't matter. One goal is up on the board. And with that, it'll be Rosson versus London at center as the Wolves strike first in this game 3 of the best of 5 series. Here we go. Foul for the ball. Full pressure coming in here as Poirier comes up with it. That was McMillan, sorry, for Eastern Shore. Now Coffin up with the ball. Coffin. McMillan does a good job. Stole the ball away. Now Coffin tries up over center. And Collins able to get it back. Collins hustling back down the floor, being chased by Dyer. Collins to the corner. Looking to pass it back up to London. London challenged right away by McRae. London rolls off to Collins. Collins driving towards the net. Haas keeps her. Sorry, that was Jenkins, kept her out of the way. Another battle for the ball as McLean comes up with it. McLean puts a shot in, saved by Martin. And Bourgeois got the ball in front. Another save by Martin. And the third rebound. And I believe that's McMillan for Eastern Shore. No, number 9. That's either Matheson or Haverstock. Call up for Eastern Shore. Ties them up at 1 and sends the Wolves back to center at 12:52 remaining in the first period. We have a tie game as St. Hilaire and Hovey come together at center. Here we go. Ball out, Hovey. Trying to find the handle on that loose ball, but Duck does. Duck rolls off now. Duck hustling down the floor. Anthony out to challenge her. Duck holds up, looks for the offense. As Duck passes that one off to London. London looking there for the setup. Across to Collins. Collins now against Haas. Haas, pup. Knocks the ball free. Collins back up with it. Cross pass. Bounces into the corner. 4 seconds left on the shot clock. As the ball stripped away, Collins back up with it, and she'll throw it towards the net. Martin plays it up to McRae. McRae now. Cross over to Anthony. Anthony looking up top. Poirier got a piece of that one, knocked it down. I think that was 11, actually. That was Faye. Got a piece of that pass. Wilkie in, looking for that loose ball. Being challenged by Hailstone. Wilkie up with it, but she gets knocked over center. And the ball on the back over. We'll go Eastern Shore ball. Poirier will start them off. Poirier, quick pass up to London. London, challenged by Hannerhan momentarily. St. Hilaire down to the corner for Haverstock. Ball rolls into the crease, picked up by Martin. Martin looks for the quick out, but that's up and over the head of Hannerhan. She'll chase that down. Loose ball and picked up. Loose balls get sucked up by Duck. Duck, quick up to Collins. Or St. Hilaire, sorry. St. Hilaire rolls off a check from Hamilton. St. Hilaire trying to get in. Hamilton gets on the St. Hilaire, able to keep control of that ball. And get down to McLean. Now driving towards the net is London. As Hannerhan has her tied up, but London's still driving in there. Ball comes loose in the crease, picked up by Martin. Martin passes that one up. Hamilton. Hamilton. Cross back to Haas. Haas gets that to Dyer. Dyer quickly down to the corner for Hovey. Hovey puts a shot in on net, and that's a save. Rebound by Rosson. Rosson puts another shot in, but that's saved too. And Heaslip. They'll hand that off to Duck. Duck coming back out of the zone for Eastern Shore. Duck up over center. Eastern Shore puts on the offense as Duck passes that off to McMillan. Down low. Haverstock looking to come in. Ball pops free. Smith looks to chase that one down. Smith comes up with it. Taking hard into the boards. Smith still with the ball, but she's forced over. No. Kept in the said, but shot clock expires. In comes Anthony for the Wolves. Anthony has a look. The Wolves set up. Back across up to Cadence Haas. Haas hands up to Mullen with the shot. Shoulder save by Heaslip. Ball rolls back in the crease. Heaslip takes possession. Under 10 minutes to play here in the first period. 1-1's the score as Wizen hustling back out. Put that down to McLean. McLean pass over to London. London looks to get in closer. London trying to get around the corner of Kohler. London, a tight shot. Save by Martin. Martin, another save. And she'll pick that up. Out to Nora Haas, who will bring it back to center. Haas. Pass off to Wilkie. Wilkie holds up as the offense comes on. Wilkie over for Dietrich. Dietrich finds the handle. Dietrich up top to Dyer. Dyer puts a shot in. That's way high. As back up with the ball is Collins. Collins cross for Duck. Duck looking to come in. Dyer challenges Duck. Dyer pops the ball free on the contact. And here comes back the other way. Hamilton has a route to there. Hamilton coming in all alone. Hamilton. And big save by Heaslip. And it's through the crease is the call. And we'll go to our hydration break here at end-to-end action. 1-1's the score. 8:44 remaining in the first period. As, of course, if you're watching this, you know you're watching this on Maritime Athletic Profiles. And that wouldn't be possible without our streaming sponsors like Dexter Construction. Thank you to our streaming sponsors that make these productions with the camera angles, the production team, everything possible. And what a great team it is to work with here. I got to say, very fortunate to work with these folks. It wouldn't be possible. So have a look at the screen, see who these sponsors are, and if you have any business with them, make sure you tell them that you saw them on Maritime Athletic Profiles. Here we go. As we get set to go here for the 8 3/4 of a minute left in the first period. 1-1's the score. As Eastern Shore will start off with the ball in their zone. London looking to come out of the zone. Hamilton in pursuit. London coming down the wing. Hamilton able to hold her up against the boards. London squeaks free. Pass up top looking for Collins. Yeah, we got I think it was move and pick is the call. And it'll go Wolves ball as Hayward coming on the transition. Hayward to Coffin with the quick shot and a save there by Heaslip. Now coming back down the floor is Duck. Eastern Shore back on the offense to Collins. Collins getting on set up. McRae fresh off the bench looks to challenge Collins. Collins back up top to Duck. Duck staying on for the offense this time. Duck puts a shot in, and Martin makes the save. Duck with a good hard shot from up the center. Now Rosson will bring it out for the Wolves. Eastern Shore has the defense set. It's Rosson. Cross for Hovey. Hovey puts a low shot in. That's through the crease out the other side. As Dyer picks up. Less than 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Dyer looking to come in to the corner. James with the shot and gets the reset. And a fresh 30 on the shot clock. As Hovey looking to drive in again. You got all kinds of time. Set up the play. But loose ball. Top of the crease. And illegal contact by Eastern Shore gives the ball back. As Rosson gets some love taps as Dyer cross crease. But Harker can't find the handle on the ball as the battle down low to the corner. Harker back up with it. Harker passes back to Dyer. Dyer looking. Dyer hammers a shot. That goes wide. And the ball will come back over. And that'll go Eastern Shore ball in Wolves territory. 6:53 remaining in the first period. It's a 1-1 tie in this Game 3 of the best of 5. Series tied at 1. So Smith looking for Bourgeois right in front. And the rebound goes wide as Dyer tiptoes across the crease. Nice job by Calder there setting the pick. Letting Dyer go unmolested across center. Now we got Dietrich with the ball. Dietrich. Ball goes into the corner. Coffin can't find the handle on that. Up with it. Anthony to Coffin. Can't get the shot free. And Duck comes up with that loose ball. Duck hammers down. Duck powers into the Wolves zone. Being watched by Hayward. Sent back up to McMillan. McMillan trying to get away from Hanrahan. Gives it off to McLean. McLean trying to get off the boards. Across, but that's picked off by McRae. As McRae finds herself in a sea of gold. And I think they're both going on that one. A little bit of a wrestling match. And with that, there'll be offsetting minors. I believe we'll go to a 4-on-4. As players get tied up. It's one of those things. Everybody's hugging. And with that, just under 6 minutes remaining in the first period. 1-1's the score. And we're going to 4-on-4 for the next 4 minutes. 4 minutes each. So double minor. I guess I should have been paying attention to their hand signals. No. Okay, it looks like they're getting set up. Yep, 2 minutes each. That sounds more like it. All right, 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes. Here we go. James has a look. James. Cross for Haas. Haas looking back across for James. James up top to Hamilton. Has the lane shot, and he slipped. Comes up with a save. Wolves hustle back to get the D on. Duck comes up with the ball for Eastern Shore. Duck up over center. Passes off to McMillan. McMillan. Back up to Smith. Smith has to find that handle as Rosson was right on. Back to McMillan, but ball's free. Sorry, that's Haverstock or Matheson. It's a big question who number 9 is for Eastern Shore. London with the long shot. That's up and over the net. Loose ball, but shot clock expires. And Anthony coming back for the Wolves. And we got a too many men call against the Wolves. Oh boy. Discipline as with 1 minute and 4 left. As Harker's heading to the box. That's what the ref called, was the too many men. So under 5 minutes remaining in the first period. We got a 1-1 game. And Eastern Shore is on the power play. Lots of room on that floor. It's a 4-on-3. Back over for Smith. Up top to St. Hilaire. St. Hilaire across for Bourgeois. Bourgeois comes up with a shot. And that's a save by Martin. And James comes up with the ball. James hustling back down the floor. James across for Hamilton. Hamilton will hold up as the Wolves going to try their best to kill off this penalty, but misplay there, and right back down the floor is London. London. Hold up and get the offense on. Up top to Duck. Duck has a look. Cross for London. London. Cross crease. And a big save by Martin as she came across, and McLean with the back door. Hayward up over. As Mullen was going to slow it down. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. If nobody's challenging Mullen, she's not going to do anything until she gets down to the 5-second mark. Dyer, now we're back. It's 5-on-4 advantage Eastern Shore as McRae puts a shot in on net, gets the reset, but Hailstone comes up with a loose ball. As Hayward tries to can opener that ball over there, but Hailstone gets it up over center. Pops it off. Haverstock has a look. Haverstock to McMillan. To St. Hilaire. St. Hilaire over to Collins. Collins looking for a lane. Collins on the inside shot and scores. Collins uses Dyer as the screen and able to pop one in. And a power play goal for Eastern Shore. That's a power play goal apiece for each team, and Eastern Shore goes up 2-1 as she makes the move, and a little jump pass there as she's coming across. Don't think Martin could see that one. As with 3:17 remaining in the first period, Eastern Shore 2, Wolves 1. As Hovey returns to center, and St. Hilaire as the battle's on for the ball. Loose ball comes up, and Duck gets that right up. Duck holds up for the offense. Duck pass off to London. London has a look at who's out there with her. London. Pass over. Back to London. London trying to find a way in. Puts a shot. That goes wide. Long shot. Martin makes the save and gathers up the rebound. Collins picks off the long pass. Now Collins and Eastern Shore back on the offense here. Pass across as Smith will take that off the board. Smith challenged by Hayward. Smith passes that to London. London. Wolves looking to Eastern Shore far away from their net. London trying to roll off of Calder. Haas making sure London can't get towards that net. Once again, the shot clock's ticking down. as Rosson comes up with it. But looks like we got a free hand push-off, which will give the ball back to Eastern Shore. Defense comes back on for the Wolves as St. Hilaire. They'll start off with the ball. St. Hilaire over for Haverstock. Haverstock looking for a way towards the net. Cut off by Hannerhan. Loose ball comes over. Haverstock able to come up with it. Anthony gives chase. Haverstock puts a long shot in. Another save by Martin. And Haas comes up with the ball. Haas pass forward to James. James carries into the zone. James pass up to Hovey. Hovey comes in. Hovey with a shot that goes right off the goalie's helmet and up and out of play. That'll go back to Wolves. As Hovey coming out from the corner. Full shot clock. Pass up top to Mullen. Mullen hammers a shot home. And that's sent aside by Heaslip. Dyer. Over. Rolling up top is Wilkie. Wilkie puts a low shot. That's off a leg to the corner. And the ball comes back over, but there was a deflection. So it's still a Wolves ball. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. As have to get all the way back down the floor. Wilkie up to Mullen. Mullen has to come in, has to get a shot. Gets the clock reset, but Fay up with a loose ball. Fay rolls off a check. There's a ball stolen. Dyer, though, can't find the handle on this ball. As Hailstone makes life difficult. The ball comes back over center. They'll go Eastern Shore's ball. McMillan trying to come in against Hamilton. Pass over to Collins. Collins back to Hamilton, but or McMillan, that's off her stick. As Calder comes in to force the play. Hamilton up with a loose ball. Hamilton up over center. Has Dyer going with her. Dietrich fresh off the bench calling for the ball. Hamilton holds up. Gets the offense on for Hovey, which does a quick shot. And the period ends after one period of play. Eastern Shore is leading the Sackville Wolves by a score of 2-1. And, oh boy, the Wolves were all over them for the first 5 minutes, but since then, Eastern Shore has been driving the play. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Sit back, watch some replays, see some sponsors, and I'll see you in about 10 minutes. We'll see you then. And we'll welcome back to the Den as we get set for second period action of the ECJLL Female Junior Finals, coming to you here from the Sackville Arena in lovely Lower Sackville, Nova Scotia, as we get set to start off the second period action with Eastern Shore up by a goal. It's a score of 2-1 after 1 period of play. And Rossaw and London having a little chat at center about, was it two players played for Team Nova Scotia quite often now, playing against each other, in both in their first year of junior. And they're going to meet at center to start us off with the face-off. The winner of tonight's game will have a 2-1 lead going into Wednesday's game in Musquodoboit. And if that does not settle, we'll be back here Friday. Duck picks it up on the go. Duck heading towards the Wolves net. Duck tries to look off Martin, but no, she's going to hold tight. Shot goes wide. McMillan back to Duck in the corner. Duck has to roll out, but we got another. This time it's against Eastern Shore, a bench minor. So having the third official on the floor, there's no getting away with it, as Thomas will go sit in the box. And the Wolves, down by a goal, will get the power play here. 5-on-4 advantage. Dyer starts it off for the Wolves. Dyer. Mullen. Down to the corner, Wilkie. Mullen. Up top to Dyer. Over for Coffin. Coffin. Back to Dyer. Dyer. Back in. Coming in with a shot is Mullen, and that's a Heaslip got a leg on that one. And through the crease is the call. And Duck up with the ball for Eastern Shore. Duck looking to come out. And Haas. Duck able to roll through Haas, but enough to get the ball free. And Dyer finds the handle and back down the floor. Haas to the far side. Dyer holds on and gets the goal. I was going to say holds on the ball too long, but shows what I know. As Dyer looked, Heaslip had to keep one eye on Haas coming towards the back door. And Dyer has the big look and then fires the shot. And with that, it's a power play goal. 4 goals have been scored, 3 on the power play in this game. And inside the first minute of the second period, the Wolves tie it up at 2. Here we go. Hovey pops the ball free. Picked up by Hailstone. Hailstone passes off to Duck and heads for the bench. Duck gets out from her own players. Now Duck looks to hand off to Collins. That's too far behind. Hovey picks up that ball. Wolves look for the quick up to McCray, but that's out of her reach. Knee slip. Pass back up. Right on the ball is Hannerhan. Hannerhan runs into a sea of gold. And it's like Collins had a teammate stick tied up with her there. That was a good one. Up with the ball, heading towards the net. London right in with the shot, saved by Martin. And Hayward back down the floor. Hayward holds up, has a look. Hayward pass across for Anthony. Anthony finds Dietrich. Dietrich with a quick shot and scores! There we go. Getting the goalie moving east to west. And Dietrich with a quick release on the pass from Anthony. Able to pop that in behind, and the Wolves will take a lead for the first time in this game. And it starts out with a Hayward and pass to Anthony. Anthony across to Dietrich, and Dietrich just stepping out from cover. Able to pop that in behind. And the Wolves looking to extend this streak they're in now as a battle at center. Rosson versus St. Hilaire. Ball pops free. McMillan up with it. Anthony takes McMillan to the boards. McMillan tied right in there, can't get out. Give McMillan credit, she's still got the ball. McMillan driving towards the net, drew the penalty, McMillan with the shot, that goes wide. And that'll be, let's see what the holding's the call. So, Tessa McMillan, underager, pulls herself out from that fray to a quality scoring chance, draws the penalty. So now, on the power play is Eastern Shore. St. Hilaire over for Smith. Smith at the corner, plays down low for Haverstock. To Smith. Smith up top to St. Hilaire. St. Hilaire across to Collins. Collins down low for London. Back to Collins. Now in motion goes Eastern Shore. St. Hilaire up with a shot. And Martin makes the save and holds on. Rosson now coming out for the Wolves. Rosson looking to kill off the penalty. Gets it down low for James. James has to corral that one in along the boards. Battling down low. Hovey in to help. Poirier challenging Hovey for that ball. And they battle down low. 5 seconds left in the shot clock. Wolves will be happy to send it to the. And with that, Eastern Shore will get the ball back with a minute left in the power play. Quick pass up to London. London looks to set up the offense. London back up top to Collins. Eastern Shore still needs one more player right there. Here it comes. As Haverstock. Cross for McLean. That's off her stick. Haverstock, though, looking to recoup it against Dyer. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. As Calder comes in to help. Now Calder picks it up and coming back over. Or sorry, that's Mullen. Mullen. Has look Mullen. Hayward with the quick, but Heaslip had the post covered. Eastern Shore ball as Duck brings it back over center. Duck hand that one off to St. Hilaire. St. Hilaire and Eastern Shore. 10 seconds left in the power play. 5-on-4 advantage. Smith back to London. Collins. St. Hilaire. Cross. But great job by Hamilton. Wouldn't give Collins a lane. Coming across and Hanrahan picks that one off. Hanrahan looks to get it up to Hamilton, but Duck back on the transition. Duck hustling back in. Duck with speed. Showing pass. Looking across. Quick shot. And it's saved there by Martin as she comes across to make the save. Russon working along the boards. Now coming back down is Hanrahan. Hanrahan and the Wolves back to full strength. Pass up to Wilkie. Wilkie. Cross. Wilkie had a lane there, but opted to pass. Wilkie now in behind. Looking for options. Now Wilkie. Shot goes wide. As the shot clock ticks down to 5 seconds. Up with the ball quickly is Duck. Once again on that loose ball. As that was Matheson. And it looks like a tripping call coming here to the Wolves. Yep, tripping's the call. As the Wolves head back to the penalty box. It was a good job for Matheson to draw that penalty. Now with 14:15 remaining in the second period. Eastern Shore gets another shot at the power play. As Wolves leading 3-2. St. Hilaire to Haverstock. Down low to McMillan. McMillan. Haverstock back up top to St. Hilaire. Now St. Hilaire showing motion. Pass across for Collins. She'll have to take that off the boards. Collins looking to come in. Collins fires a shot. Shoulder save by Martin. Martin collects the ball up in the corner. Now Martin looks for the outlet pass to James. James hustling down. Collins Challenging James. Collins strips the ball away, coming back the other way for Eastern Shore. Collins up over center. Collins holds up, gets the offense out. Pass across for McMillan. McMillan for McLean. McLean settles the play down. Cross for Collins. Collins having a hard time finding that ball as Rosso comes in to challenge. Battle. 8 seconds left on the shot clock as they battle for that ball along the boards. London comes out with it. London with the shot. Shoulder save by Martin. But Dyer forced back into the crease. Fresh 30 on the clock for Eastern Shore. Up top to McMillan. McMillan back to Collins. Collins looking backdoor for McLean with the shot in. And Martin made the save. Rosso ties him up along the boards. Ball rolls into the center. Now they'll go Wolves ball. Whew. 38 seconds left. In the Wolves penalty, 34 seconds now as Dyer hands it off to Coffin. Coffin looking to kill off the rest of this one. Wilkie. Wilkie has a look. Wilkie in motion as Dietrich picks and rolls, but runs into, and it looks like Dietrich just drew a penalty there as a hailstone came up high on her. I knew she was going to the box. She didn't believe me, but hailstone with a who me heads to the box, and for 15 seconds will be 4-on-4 with the Wolves leading 3-2, and then they'll head on to the power play. Wolves, good job. 2 penalties killed off. And now Hamilton rolls in to the corner. Anthony has to go pick up that one. Wizen. Hamilton comes in to help. Poirier lays the stick on her as cross for Wilkie. 10 seconds left in the shot clock as the Wolves can't get it clean. Now Dietrich trying to roll across. Trying to get back to Anthony. Loose ball, and Wolves can get a shot away as the shot clock expires. And it'll go Eastern Shore ball. Eastern Shore coming back down now as Wolves now on the power play. Eastern Shore looking to kill as London rolls off. London in front, triple teamed. London still with the ball somehow. Forced around behind the net. London passes back to Collins. Collins. London at the corner. London tries to get off the goalie, but that bounces up and out of play. And Hayward back up with the ball. Under a minute left in the power play for the Wolves. Hayward hands off to Dyer. Dyer, James, Mullen, Coffin, and Cadence Haas out for the power play group. Down low for Haas. Up for Mullen. Top for Dyer. Coffin. Down low James. Back to Coffin. Coffin. Dyer in motion now. Dyer puts the shot in, and Heaslip makes the save and holds on. 30 seconds left in the power play as Eastern Shore looking to kill this one off. Duck gets away and down the floor. Duck. Challenged by Calder. Duck driving in towards the net. Duck rolls off shot, and that's just over the crossbar. Loose ball up. Jenkins challenges St. Hilaire. As the loose ball comes down, Dyer will pick that up. And that will do it for Eastern Shore power play. And with that, we'll go to our hydration break. As 10:28 remaining in the second period. Wolves are leading 3-2. Oh, sorry, I got that wrong. I missed a penalty there as Harker heads to the box. Oh boy. Eastern Shore on the power play, down by 1. St. Hilaire to Haverstock. To McMillan down low. McMillan back up top to St. Hilaire. To Collins. Collins down low for London. London looking for a low shot in. Is saved there by Martin. Now McRae. And her shot bounces up and out of play. That'll be Eastern Shore's ball again. Minute 36 is quickly in. McMillan back up top to London. London over to Collins. Collins rolls in. Collins with a lane shot. A shoulder save. And Martin comes up with the rebound. Martin looks to get James in behind. James hustling out through the ball. Collins in pursuit. As James will take that off the boards, but Collins right in there after. Dietrich coming in looking for that loose ball. Dietrich up with a one-hand scoop. Knocks Faye to the ground. Dietrich looking to get it to James. James can't find the handle on that as Faye. Playing defense for Eastern Shore. McMillan as the time runs out. And now we'll go to the water break. At 9:23 remaining in the second period. It's 3-2, Wolves leading. And once again, I'd like to thank our sponsors for making this possible. If you're watching this on Maritime Athletic Profiles with the multiple cameras, the views, replays. And it's made possible by sponsors like Uniglass Plus and Dexter Construction and Maxim. As I want to thank our sponsors for making it possible for this to be shown. Yes, Maxim Construction, there we go. As I want to thank our sponsors for making this possible. And thank you for taking some time out of your Monday evening to watch some good lacrosse here, as both these athletes have gone through the entire season. Eastern Shore dealt the Wolves their first loss of the season, and they're giving them a hard go here tonight, as it's only a one-goal lead, Wolves leading. And we're back on. Eastern Shore's got 55 seconds left in the power play. And as they head back, there we go. Hayslip heads back to the office between the pipes. And here we go, Eastern Shore. Pass it up the center. Collins to St. Hilaire. Over to McLean. Down low for Smith. Smith has a look back to McLean. Challenged by Hayward, but back over. St. Hilaire to Collins. Collins in with the shot. That bounces up and over the net. Now come back over. On the advantage is Calder. Calder up with the ball. Calder looking for Hayward. Hayward, all kinds of time, and the save by Hayslip. Wolves back with the ball. Anthony trying to drive in. Anthony in tight shot. And another save by Hayslip. Wizen comes up with the ball, but challenged right away by Anthony. Ball stripped free. Loose ball still in the zone as rolls into the crease. But 10 seconds expire, and it'll be Hovey with the ball. Hovey challenged right away by Wizen. Nice pick by Harker. Hovey shot up and over the net. Dyer able to pick up that rebound. Dyer hand in, rolls off a hit. Dyer, her shot goes off a yellow jersey. Hovey with a shot, gets it on net, gets the reset as they plow towards the net. Hayslip able to come up with it. Hayslip, quick out, looking for Poirier. Poirier, challenged by McRae. Poirier rolls in, over for Collins. Collins has a look. Back to London. London from the corner, over to Collins. Collins slows it down, gets the offense on. Collins in motion, looking for McMillan. McMillan inside the shooting line, but tied up by the Wolves. And with that, I think that was through the crease was the call there. 7:34 remaining. No, we got another penalty, a slashing call as Hovey heads to the box. Oh boy, the Wolves have got to stay out of the box if we're going to have any. Another chance here for Eastern Shore on the power play. McMillan to McLean. Down low to Smith. Smith looking for McMillan. McMillan, quick shot, and a save there by Martin. Good play by Eastern Shore. Greater save by Martin. All the way down, Hayslip. Now Eastern Shore coming back. is Duck. Duck. Cross for McMillan. McMillan turns and shoots. That's blocked in front by Anthony. Now London back up with the ball. London. His first shift I've seen without Collins out there. London. Cross for McLean. McLean puts a shot in and a stick save by Martin. Martin now lobs it up looking for Hayward. Hayward, she's being watched by Poirier, I believe, as they battle for the ball along the boards. Dyer comes up with it. Dyer holds up. Still a minute left to kill on this penalty. As Mullen back to Dyer. The Wolves slow it down. Dyer fires a shot in off the boards. As the shot clock expires, out come Eastern Shore. Eastern Shore to Collins. Collins looking to set up the offense. Hands off to St. Hilaire. St. Hilaire goes up top. St. Hilaire down low with a Haverstock. Back up to St. Hilaire. St. Hilaire showing across for London. London flips it back to Collins. Collins throws a shot in and a shoulder save. There's a Haverstock battles for the loose ball. Mullen comes up with it, but we got another call here. I think we got an injured player. As Hamilton's in some discomfort coming off the floor. In behind the play, I didn't see that. 10 seconds remain in the Wolves penalty. So that was good to know. As the ref called as an injured player coming off, resulting in a whistle. It cannot come on until there's a dead ball. Back in play. Here we go. Mullen up over center. As the Wolves look to kill off yet another penalty here. Good job. As Hovey's back on the floor. It's back to 5-on-5. Cross to Hovey. Hovey rolling in. Hovey with the shot. Save. Dietrich with a quick rebound. And that's off. And here we go. In behind is Duck. Duck all alone all the way down the floor. Duck versus Martin. Duck slipped one in. With all that time in the world, Duck gets the tying goal. There's nothing Martin could do on that. As Duck comes up with that ball, and all the Wolves are down below the line. Duck's looking around. She's like, where is everybody? And so often, too, Duck always goes high. Martin knows that. And she tucks one in under. So with that, it's 3-3 at just over 5 minutes left in the second period. We're at a tie game. As Rasson smothered the ball, so it goes to Eastern Shore. London. McRae giving London a hard time. London now looking for Eastern Shore to Collins. Collins being watched by McRae. Collins now rolls back up. Hanrahan. McLean with the ball. Takes a check, but rolling inside. One-handed attempt there. I believe that was Haverstock. As Hayward brings it out before the Wolves. Hayward. Pass up for Wilkie. Wilkie. Rolling. Wilkie puts a shot in. Poirier keeping her to the outside. Nice save by Heaslip. Loose ball. As Hovey comes up with a loose ball. Now Hovey. Lots of time on the shot clock. Mullen. Down low. Wolves. Low position here. Trying to go back up top, and that goes in behind and back over center, so they'll go back on the offense. Wolves back on the defense with 4:11 remaining in the second period. It's a 3-3 tie. In this pivotal game 3 of the best of 5. Duck starts Eastern Shore off. There's St. Hilaire and Dyer trade some pleasantries down below the plate. James rolled off. London. London puts the shot in. Saved by Martin. Rebound by Bourgeois. And the ball just bounced up and over the net. Bourgeois in, working for that loose ball. Bourgeois comes up with it. 18 seconds left in the shot clock. Bourgeois. Loose ball. And That's off Eastern Shore and up and out of play. Yeah, so it'll go Wolves ball. Officials make mistakes too, but I like it when they can smile and correct it. Hayward passes it to Dietrich. Dietrich walks the ball down low, gets a pick from a shot. That went up and over the net. As Harker picks up the loose ball from the corner. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. As James trying to get around Wisden. 5 seconds left now. James puts the shot in, but that bounces up and goes out of play. 3 minutes left in the second period. We're tied at 3. As Eastern Shore looking to come out. Collins up with the ball. Collins now to McMillan. That's tied up. That's Smith, but Smith had a foot in the crease. And Hanrahan will bring the ball back out for the Wolves. Hanrahan up over center. Pass that off to Haas. Haas rolls wide. Haas pass over for Anthony. Anthony trying to drive in. Poirier keeps her to the outside. Mullen with the shot. There's another save by Heaslip. Loose ball picked up by Hovey. Fresh 30 on the shot clock. Hovey fires a shot in with all kinds of time. Heaslip will make that save and launches it down, looking for Poirier on the transition. Poirier gathers up. Wolves get the defense out. Haas challenging. McMillan along the boards. McMillan able to sneak free. McMillan driving to the net. Ball pops free by James. And Hayward comes up with it. Hayward hustles back down the floor. Hayward being watched by Collins. Hayward driving in. And the ball pops free, and Heaslip looks to catch on the transition up to Hailstone. Hailstone comes up with it, but Dyer gets back to turn them aside. London now with the ball for Eastern Shore's McRae. Gets the stick on there, pops the ball free. Hanrahan, but still London coming up with the ball. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. London kept to the outside, pass back up top to St. Hilaire. St. Hilaire drives a shot in, that goes wide. Ball goes up and out of play, and it'll be Wolves ball as McRae picks and goes. McRae, duck, keeps her to the outside. Plays back up to Wilkie. Wilkie has a look. Wilkie tries to get it to Dietrich in front, but Dietrich once again takes a hit to the head, and a penalty coming here. To Eastern Shore as Martin heads to the bench, and the Wolves look to get the sixth runner out there. Ball bounces up in behind as they battle for the loose ball. Heaslip will get it in the crease, and Eastern Shore will head to the box for the cross-checking. I believe illegal cross-checks the call. As Fay will go to the box. 48 seconds remain in the second period. 2 minutes for illegal cross-check is the call, and the Wolves will go on the power play. Hoping to get a power play goal here and go up by 1. But we'll see as Dyer starts off for the Wolves. Dyer. That's from Mullen. Down low, back up to Mullen. Up top to Dyer. Dyer. Coffin, Dyer. In motion now. Dyer over to James. James. She gets Poirier able to pop that ball free. And Duck up with it. Duck has Dyer moving. Duck. Dyer keeps Duck to the outside. No love lost between these two players, as we know from the last game. As we get a timeout call. Smart call by Eastern Shore, because they'll be able to kill off the rest of this period. With just over 9 seconds remaining in the second period. But, yeah, the replay of that goal. The Duck as all the Wolves were crashing down on the crease. I don't think any runner all season has had more time against the Wolves than Duck did right there for the Eastern Shore's third and tying goal. So once the timeout's over, there'll be a minute 22 remaining in the Eastern Shore penalty, but there's only less than 10 seconds remaining, and Eastern Shore will have the ball with a fresh 30. So I honestly think is look for Eastern Shore just to run out the clock. If they've got the clear shot, they'll take the clear shot. They obviously have a plan. Watch for Collins is up very high. But Collins can't take it cleanly. And up with his Hannerhan. Hannerhan looking to come back down the floor. McMillan on her. Smith chasing down, but that does it for the second period of play. So after 2 periods of play, we're all tied up at 3 going into the third on this game 3 of the best of 5. So series is tied, game is tied. Don't go anywhere. Or if you are going anywhere and you have to go somewhere, do that, but make sure you're back in the next 10 minutes as we'll be starting the third period, and we'll see you then. And welcome back, everybody, to the Sackville Arena in lovely Lower Sackville, Nova Scotia, as we get set here for the third period. As I usually say third and final, but oh boy, we don't know if that's going to happen tonight, if we're going to go to extras or not. But 20 minutes will soon be back up on the clock for as we're all tied up at 3 between the Eastern Shore Breakers and the Sackville Wolves for the Junior A female East Coast Junior Lacrosse League title is on the line. Whoever wins tonight will have the advantage going into do or die on Wednesday back in Muscataugan. Wednesday's going to be do or die for one team, but we'll have to find out here after 20 minutes or more to see who it's going to be. St. Hilaire versus Hovey. Here we go. Third period is on. And it's a struggle right off the bat as the ball comes loose. Hovey comes back in to block the shot, and here we go. Hovey up with it. Hovey looking across for James. James being held out by Fay. Across as the Wolves are on the power play here. 48. Shot in by Hamilton. And that's a save. And Duck comes up with the ball as comes up over center. 38 seconds remaining in the Eastern Shore penalty as Duck passes off to McLean. McLean looking to catch Collins on the move. That goes into the corner. Up with it's McRae. McRae back up to Hayward. 20 seconds left on the clock, or on the power play. Dyer. And the Wolves come out here now. Dyer, Mullen, Cadence Haas, James, and Coffin to Mullen at the corner. Mullen back up top to Dyer. Across to Mullen. Dyer coming in, making the lane. Mullen in with a shot. And that bounced up and out of play. And with that, we're back to 5-on-5 as Eastern Shore kills off the penalty. And we're still tied at 3 as Heaslip helps out. But Coffin stole it momentarily. Now back up with the ball. There's Rosson. Rosson working against Poirier. Rosson rolls back up high. Pass over to Hamilton. Hamilton looking for a route to the net. Hamilton goes far side, scores! Hamilton using Smith as a screen. Tit for tat as Eastern Shore did that earlier. And just catches the inside of the post. So at 18:21 remaining in the third period, Wolves take back the lead. It's a 4-3 score heading back to center as St. Hilaire will line up against Rosson for the face-off. Battle at the dot. Loose ball. Who's going to come up with it? Still loose. Looks like Coffin finds the handle. Coffin rolling in. Coffin drives to the turn and fire, and that goes wide. Hayward back up with the ball. 20 seconds remaining in the shot clock. Hayward pass off to Dietrich, who was challenged by Fay. Dietrich picks it up from the corner. Dietrich rolling, gets the shot in on net, and Heaslip makes the save and hangs on. Duck bringing the ball out for Eastern Shore. Duck in quickly off to Haverstock. Haverstock rolling off the check. Her shot up and over. Nora Haas comes up with the loose ball. Haas, though, challenged by 3-4 checkers, and London comes back up with the ball. London tries to dunk in behind, and Martin not falling for that. Presses the shoulder to cross the crossbar. And crease violation makes it Wolves ball. Haas brings it up over center. Pass across for Dyer. Dyer plays it down low for Hovey. Hovey back up top to Dyer. Dyer rolling off a check. Dyer with the shot. That's over the crossbar. And behind the net it goes. Hovey picks it up. 13 seconds left to Hamilton. Another shot. Stick save by Heaslip. Ball rolls out of the crease, but it's through the crease by the Wolves, so it'll be Eastern Shore ball. As Poirier goes to pick up the ball. under the watchful gaze of Dyer. Here we go. Poirier, quick up, bouncing ball. Smith over to Collins. Collins takes it down wide, watched by Rosson. Collins, pass back across for St. Hilaire. St. Hilaire looking to return to Collins. Collins, Rosson, draped on her like a wet towel. Now Rosson tries to roll off. 6 seconds left in the shot clock. Over to Haverstock as she tries to go through, and the Wolves converge on her. Loose ball, and that's picked up by Jenkins. Jenkins has to find a way out. Jenkins, she's got to get that down the floor because the time's running out. And that'll go Eastern Shore ball. As Collins sets up right away. Pass a little high for Bourgeois, picked up by St. Hilaire. St. Hilaire slows it down as Hayward keeps an eye on her. St. Hilaire trying to get pass in front to Bourgeois. Loose ball. Haas keeping them off. Haas comes up with the ball. Nora Haas. Quick pass up to Hayward. Hayward in, but there's Duck just waiting for her. Hayward, she'll hold up and get the offense on. Over to Coffin. Coffin rolls into the corner. Coffin back out again. Coffin with the low shot, and that's 24. Blocked that one. That was Lily Baker. Took one for the team. Loose ball again. Coffin back up with it. Fresh 30. Coffin crossed to Harker. Harker with the shot, and he slipped there to make the save. Baker not having a good day as she gets hammered again. And James up with the ball for James. Puts a shot. That's blocked by the defender. Quick shot in by Wilkie and a save by Heaslip as Thomas working against Dyer in the corner. Dyer comes up with the ball. Wolves bring on some fresh legs as Dyer takes a shot on net. Now Fay looking to get out. And up to Duck. Duck will bring it up across center for Eastern Shore. Duck hands that off to London. London rolls, or Smith, sorry. Pass over for McLean. McLean across for London. London driving in with a shot and out with a hand save is Martin. McRae trying to get out. McRae up with the ball. She got McLean on the far side. Can't get the ball to her as Anthony back in to defend. Loose ball. Anthony comes up with it. Now Anthony hustles across center. 14 minutes remaining in the third period. Wolves leading by 1. Anthony and the Wolves on the offense here as Hamilton comes in. Pass across, but Dietrich can't find the handle on that. Mullen. Dietrich sets the pick. Mullen up top for Hamilton. Hamilton, the winds up shot, and a save by Heaslip. She'll hold on in the crease. Under 14 minutes now in the third is Heaslip. Looking to catch the player coming off the bench. Just a little off on timing as Rosson goes to pick up the ball. Bourgeois challenges Rosson right up to Hayward. Hayward up over center. Now Hayward into the zone. Pass across, but Hailstone coming in hard on Haas. Cadence Haas looking across for Harker right away, and she puts it home. What a pass by Haas and a great finish by Harker as she finds the back of the net, and that's how you score, girls. East to west with a quick finish. Finds the rubber to the twine as Haas, senior player making senior moves, and McLean Harker finishes the song. And sneaks into that back door. And not much, Heaslip not enough time to set up. And it's a 2-goal lead, and first 2-goal lead of this game as they battle it. And up with the ball is Duck and the Eastern Shore Breakers. Duck passes back up to McMillan. McMillan over for Smith. Smith being watched there by Calder. Loose ball and Hanrahan right in there after it, but McMillan comes up with it. 10 seconds left, and McMillan in with the shot. And that bounces right on the line, and it rolls in. Eastern Shore answers back with an AP goal from Tessa McMillan. As time was running out, I think McMillan just wanted to reset on this, but that backspin is a killer. As rolls across Martin's shoulders. You see it on the replay here. As it, I think that bounced off both shoulders and wound up in the back of the net. Here we go. Coffin comes up. Coffin driving towards the net. Puts a shot in, saved by Heaslip. And that goes up and out of play, so it'll go Wolves ball. Scores 5-4. The 2-goal lead did not last long for the Wolves, but they still lead by 1. Here we go. Coffin, low shot, wide. And that gets by, and they'll come up and over center, but Duck, right on, Duck on the transition, hustling in, Wilkie chasing, Duck with the shot! And that went wide and up and out of play, so that should go Wolves ball. As James hustles back to start it off. Eastern Shore set up the defense. James passes up to Hamilton. Hamilton and the Wolves go to set up. Hamilton can't find a lane, puts across for Dyer. Dyer rolls off, Mullen tries to set the pick. Back to Hamilton up top. Hamilton, James trying to set the pick. Hamilton with the shot, shoulder saved by Heaslip. Hamilton collects the rebound. Fresh 30 on the shot clock. As tries to get it to James. Door closes again. James rolls back up top. Challenged by Wizen. Cross, but ball deflected. And Poirier trying to get to that ball. Mullen able to find the handle. James, cross. Hovey with the shot and gets the reset on the clock. Good job, but they're saying that's through the crease. So it'll go back to Eastern Shore as Poirier will start off for Eastern Shore. Dyer keeping an eye up to Collins. Collins coming in. Collins holds up, gets the rest of the offense on. Collins pass across for McLean, but that's deflected off. London had it momentarily, but Haas able to knock that out. That was Calder that got the knock. Shot clock about to expire as Smith takes the last gasp. Now coming back down the floor is Dyer. Dyer up over center. Sees Duck, passes off to Coffin. Coffin looks to run towards that. Coffin trying to catch on a quick shot. Turned aside. Harker now. Pass back up top to Hamilton. Her shot off the boards, and they'll come back over. Eastern Shore will get the ball deep in Wolf territory with 10:32 remaining in the third period. Wolves leading by a score of 5-4. As looks like McMillan will start off for Eastern Shore up to St. Hilaire. St. Hilaire challenged by McRae. St. Hilaire puts it across, but handcuffs London a bit. London takes it off the boards. Now London looking to get around. Jenkins able to pop that free. London is challenged right away. London up top puts the shot, and that goes wide. Rebound. Collins has to get rid of it quick as the shot clock's about to expire. McRae picks it back up. Now McRae up to Hayward. Hayward gathers it up. Passes over to Hovey as the Wolves offense comes on. Hovey takes a little bit of a lick from Wizen. Hovey pass down low, but Harker can't find the handle. Poirier does. Poirier looks to play it up, but now Duck can't find the handle. That doesn't happen often. But now she does. Duck hustling down. Duck into Wolf territory. Holds up. Duck pass off to Collins, but that comes back over, and they'll go Wolves ball as saved by the hydration break as Hannerhan was looking to jump and go, but those new FIFA rules kicked in there, I suppose. And at 9:27 remaining in the third period, and we got a water break for the players and for the officials. We'll let them have a sip of water too. Wolves leading as a score of 5-4. And I want to thank everybody for watching this. As you know, you're watching this on Maritime Athletic Profiles. As they give you the 4 different angles and everything. A great production crew, and I'm very fortunate to be able to do the play-by-play with these guys. But it wouldn't be possible without our sponsors, as you see up on the screen there right now. Please have a look. If you do any business, or if you're looking for something, contact one of those sponsors. And if you do contact them, let them know that you saw them advertise on Maritime Athletic Profiles, and thank them for being able to bring this to you at home in style, rain or shine. Here we go. Dyer, 5-on-5. Score is 5-4 Wolves. Matty Dyer for the Wolves will start off. As we're into the second half of the third period. Down low to Dyer. Dyer rolling up. Dyer tries to return pass to Mullen. Bouncing ball. As Duck chases it down. The race is on. As Dyer and Duck collide down low. Dyer comes up with it. Right back down the floor. Wolves back on the offense. As the shot clock expired. I think all the Wolves thought there was a reset, but nope. Poirier passes that over to McMillan. McMillan down to McLean. McLean rolls back up top. McLean looking across for Bourgeois, but that's broken up by Calder. Now, London passes across. McLean tries to pick that up from the corner. McMillan now trying to find the handle on it as time ticks down. Jenkins causing McMillan some issues. And with that, shot clock expires, and up with the ball is McCray. McCray pass up to Wilkie. Wilkie and the Wolves back on the offense. Eastern Shore's been on the heels here in the third period. Back across for Hamilton. Hamilton in with the shot. Save by Heaslip. Dietrich on the rebound shot. Another save by Heaslip. Coffin looks to reset. Coffin to Hamilton. Hamilton can't get around Poirier. And loose ball picked up by Heaslip in the crease. Heaslip passes that off to Duck. Now Duck dodges a forecheck and gets up over center. Hands off to Collins. Collins and Eastern Shore go to work on the offense. But rare misplay by Collins. Back over center. And that'll go Wolves ball. As Hayward pass across. That's off Hovey's stick, off the boards. Watch out as Matheson was coming in on that, but Hovey back on it to the corner for James. James rolls up. James fires a shot, gets through everybody except for Heaslip, who was just as surprised as anybody by that shot. Heaslip passes off to Wizen. Wizen up to London. London looking to get St. Hilaire in, but that's broken up, and up with the loose ball is McCray. McCray looking to try to spring loose. In comes Mullen. Mullen, Hailstone, sends her to the outside as Mullen sets up the offense over to Hamilton. Hamilton rolling. Mullen hits the shot, and that went off somebody in front and off the boards. Hailstone up with the ball now. Hailstone looking to come back as bodies fly in behind the play. Rosson up with the ball. Fay and Ludwig trying to get it back, but crossover. Now James rolls up. James doesn't see a lane. Loose ball as Coffin comes on late. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Coffin driving in. Coffin in tight shot, and that went wide. Past the other 5 seconds on the clock. Shot, scores! Dyer looking for the reset off the legs, finds the back of the net instead. And the Wolves regain the 2-goal lead with 6:07 remaining in the period. As Dyer able to put that up. And that low shot skims in. Ball comes up and high. It should be Dyer just in the corner. Yes, perfect shot by Matty Dyer. And a 6-4 is the score. Wolves leading as Anthony working against McMillan. McMillan now driving towards the net as Wolves combine, but we got a penalty coming to the Wolves here as London looking across for Bourgeois. Shot by Collins and a great save by Martin. Again, Eastern Shore up with the ball, all tied up, but it comes out London. London now has another look. Over. Cross for Collins. Collins fires a shot, and again, Martin makes the save to the outside as Hanrahan pushes to the outside. Wolves finally come up with the ball, and we're getting the call is holding is the call. As the Wolf heads to the box. That'll be Jenkins. 2 minutes for holding is the call at 5:24 remaining in the third period. Wolves leading 6-4, but Eastern Shore on the power play. St. Hilaire starts them off. St. Hilaire pass over to Smith. Smith down low for McMillan. Back up to St. Hilaire. Cross for Collins. Collins back over to Smith. To McMillan. McMillan fires a shot. That goes wide. Smith able to slow it down. McMillan back over. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Collins. Collins trying to get in to get a shot to reset that clock. 5 seconds left as tries to get it across, but the Wolves come up with the ball as McRae hustles back down. Haven't seen Haverstock since about the first period. I'm wondering what's going on. And Dyer on the transition. Dyer with back-to-back goals extends the Wolves' lead 7-4. Dyer picking up that loose ball in behind, and it's a shorthanded goal to make it 7-4 and send Eastern Shore back. Still 1:20 left in the Wolf penalty. Eastern Shore with the 5-on-4 advantage. 5-on-4 advantage, but they're still missing a player. There we go. Hovey sends it out. Duck takes it on the move. Duck rolling along down the boards. Duck trying to get by Mullen. Hovey steals the ball away. Now, Hayward hustling down. Hayward challenged by McMillan. Hayward rolls off, pass across to Anthony. Anthony and the Wolves killing off penalty here as Fay takes Anthony hard into the boards. Anthony still holding on to that ball. 6 seconds left in the shot clock as Anthony gets taken hard into the boards. And it'll be call it moving pick or illegal contact, whatever you want, but it's Eastern Shore ball coming back out. 37 seconds left in the power play, and a loose ball knocked down by Hamilton. Now Hamilton back in. Hamilton driving towards the net, but a good stick check by Collins. Now Collins coming back down. 23 seconds remaining in the power play. Gets that off. There's Haverstock. I'm just calling somebody by the wrong name. Here we go. Smith. Cross. Collins. Collins with a shot. That goes wide. Bounces off the boards. Loose ball picked up by London. London. Back to Haverstock. Haverstock looking for Collins. Collins rolls. Collins fires a shot. Martin makes the save. Now we're back to 5-on-5 as penalties killed. And Hanrahan has the ball momentarily. Now back in there driving. Up with the ball is James, and James goes to get rid of it, but the 10 seconds expire in the zone. This will be Eastern Shore's ball all the way back down into Wolf territory. 3:07 remain in the third period. Wolves up by 3 goals. Has a little bit of confusion where the ball should start off from. Smith Starts off Eastern Shore. Smith. Cross for Collins. Collins to McLean. McLean looking for London. Ball goes wide and picked up by Mullen. Mullen now coming down the floor for the Wolves. Wolves now in kill time territory. Eat that clock is not Eastern Shore's friend at this point. As McLean down low to James. James back up to Dyer. Dyer's got to collect that. Under 10 seconds left in the shot clock now. As Dyer rolls off. Winston momentarily. Dyer with the shot. That's off a leg and into the corner. And now shot clock expires. Now Eastern Shore hustling down the floor. Duck heading for the net. Duck off. Quick shot. And what a save by Martin as McMillan was in point blank, and another great save by Martin. Duck hustling towards the net. Duck diving across. And Martin having nothing to do with that. It's their side, and here we go. Hayward coming in all alone. Hayward has the time. Shot. And a big save by Heaslip, keeping her team in it with 1:40 remaining. But now Hayward has the ball as it's keep away time. 25 seconds left in the shot clock as there's only 2 possessions left if they run the clock right. .12 seconds left in the shot clock as Rosson gets pinned in along the boards, so she'll be happy to sit there. Well, maybe not happy to sit there, but as the time ticks down, shot clock expires. Poirier up with it. 1 minute remaining in the third period. As Poirier brings the ball up to center. London rolls off a challenge from Anthony. London pushed to the outside. London. Wolves doing a very good job in this game, keeping the players away from the top of the crease. Collins now trying to come in, and Collins sent to the ground. Handerhan battling for the ball versus Haverstock. And the Wolves up with it and right back down the floor. Is McRae as she's keen to hold on to the ball. Over for Wilkie. As Wilkie looking to run out this clock as Eastern Shore is going to run out of time. Only 15 seconds left in the game as the ball goes in. And James puts a shot in just wide of the net. And with that, 6 seconds left. And the Wolves will take a 2-1 lead in this best of 5 and have a chance to end it all in Musquodoboit. So far, the home team has been the victor in every game of this best of 5 series. And we'll see. Great news. Maritime Athletic Profiles are making the trip down the 107 to Musquodoboit on Wednesday, 7:30 from the Eastern Shore Community Center Arena, as we'll have Game 4. It's do or die for the Eastern Shore Breakers. The East Coast Cup will be in the building. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for coming along with us on this little journey. My name's Larry McVicker. I don't know if anybody knows that. Larry Cherry, as the kids call me. But thank you for watching. Thank you for taking part. Thank you to the production team here, Alex and this gang at Maritime Athletic Profiles. And we'll see you on the Eastern Shore on Wednesday for Game 4. And maybe we'll see the cup be hoisted. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you on Wednesday.